Welcome to Charts Today. My name is David Linton, and today's edition for Wednesday, the 16th of March, comes to you from London. And we start by looking at the dollar pushing higher still on the long-term charts. Of course, medium term, we're still bullish. Just shorter term, we are just flattening off a little bit. But remembering this is my weekly, daily, and 60-minute chart, long-term, medium-term, and short-term view of the market with the corresponding point and figure charts. And of course, you can do this on multiple data sources and pretty well any instrument with an Updata. So it allows us to get through hundreds of charts really, really quickly with these tracker charts. So the euro is sinking lower, long-term, medium-term. Short-term, we are just seeing a little bit of an improvement there. Against the yen, the dollar is sitting at 118.30, which is actually a new high there. So that's looking very, very strong. And this is normally a lead indicator for the dollar. So looking strong there. Sterling sitting at 130, just fall at 130.60, just falling away on those longer and medium-term charts, trying to make a recovery, but still below the cloud. And against the euro, sterling is sitting at 118.73. Bitcoin is back above the $40,000 mark, so that's good news for cryptocurrency traders. And we're seeing really looking like we're finding support here on the cloud. So looking better there. The S&P 500 index jumped in the end yesterday. It was up. So markets recovering there. All eyes on the Federal Reserve today and interest rate expectations. The consensus is the Fed will raise by 0.25%, but let's just see. UK tomorrow, again, the consensus is of 0.25%. They may even be brave enough and go 0.5% because clearly inflation is now pretty much out of control. Looking at the futures today, we're up further on US markets, so we are seeing a continued recovery there. The VIX volatility is back below 30, remembering that is the key level for the VIX. Above 30 we're fearful, below 30 we're less fearful for markets, and we are seeing quite strong moves in Europe. It's almost as if Europe is becoming a little bit desensitized as to what's going on in Ukraine. Looking at the DAX in Germany, we see here that we're up 2% as well. So quite a bounce there. Of course, 15,000 was the support level we broke. Don't be surprised to see that as a ceiling. So we may well be coming back for a lower high and then a lower low sell-off. If we break this low, of course, that would be bearish for Germany as well. The DAX, the CAC Quarante is up 2.4%. And if we look at Asian markets, also really strong. The Hang Seng up 9%, a really big recovery there. But the reality is this market has fallen right the way around, and we have activated a bigger downside target than the 18,001 already met. So really interesting to see that. India up 1.8% and the Aussie market up 1%. So markets looking much, much more cheerful. We'll look at the energy mix in a minute. Some of the soft commodities, wheat is down 2%. Not enough to break to a lower low. Corn is also down. Gold is actually up slightly this morning at 1918. The bigger upside targets are still very much in place with this pullback. And other precious metals, platinum and palladium, up 2%. As I said, all eyes on the Federal Reserve. We have a target of 219, which we actually touched this morning. So quite interesting to see that. All eyes waiting for what the Fed's going to do. And more importantly, what the commentary is going to say about their future path for rate rises. Looking at the energy mix now, we've got Brent crude recovering this morning back above that $100 mark and really needs to hold that. We've got upside targets, so looks like we found a floor on crude oil. WTI, the target here is 95. Our report went out to clients this morning. We're bullish on US nat gas, up 2.8%, so looking pretty strong there. European gas is falling still, just really teetering along now in this range. 100 is a pretty critical level for TTF and MBP. The level here is around 270. So we are just sitting on that. Will we find a floor and build a base? That's the big question. And looking at German power, we're down slightly this morning. We were neutral power prices to clients this morning because we had that targets in both directions. Remembering you can find all the reports in the news, so all our news sources are there. And looking at the energy mix in Europe, This is the data from OTC Global Holdings, which now comes as standard with our professional and enterprise products. So we can see that European power markets had a little bit of a better day yesterday. These are the closing prices yesterday, and we can see where we've got some rises going on. Big moves there in Holland. Poland is up as well. So looking to those European energy prices, quite strong. And of course, if you're looking at OTC prices for the UK, then we're seeing again quite interesting moves further out on the power prices, but shorter term we are falling as we head into the end of the month. Gas prices sitting pretty steady. Remembering all this pricing comes as standard with professional and enterprise products now. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.